Hello, boys and girls. Today is April 7th, 2020, and we're going to take a little bit of a break from Woods Runner today, and we're going to talk about email. We're going to talk about checking and reading and writing our email. I'm going to ask you to go ahead and follow along on your laptop with the four blue headings, and we're going to discuss those today. So the first one is check your email every day. You should be going into your student email and checking it. You will do that before you start your remote learning, and you will also check it for a second time at the end of your remote learning. 2, answer your email. Now, you don't have to answer my email that I send every day, that is the ELA Daily Remote Learning email. That one you don't need to answer. But if I write you a personal email that is just to you and to no one else, and I'm asking you a question or I'm making a comment, I would like you to reply. You can reply with an answer, or you can just reply and say, "Great idea, Mrs. Kratz. Thank you so much." That would be fabulous. Number 3, you might have started your OneNote and thought to yourself, I have no idea what she's asking me to do here. Well, compose an email. And I would love to hear from you if you have questions, even if you have compliments. That's even better. I have a few students who do that. But let's say you have a question. You're going to compose me the email, and you're going to start off in the subject line. My suggestion for the subject line is to include that day's lesson. So for example, today's lesson is April 7th. So in the subject line, you could write April 7th. That way I will know exactly which lesson you're talking about when I'm reading your email. You'll also notice that I would like you to tell me which part of the lesson you are writing about when you start to write to me. Maybe you will tell me that you have a question about the Great Heart Chart, or Mrs. Kratz, can you please explain the prompt to me for writing today? And maybe you might even be very specific and say, question number 2 is a little confusing. I don't understand what a certain word means. That would be great. That way, I'm not left wondering what you're talking about. Often, I feel like when I get some of your emails, you think that I'm standing right there by you and looking at your laptop so that I can see what you're talking about. Well, obviously I can't. So being specific, like I just explained, would help. Also, go ahead and once you are finished writing it, please read it. Act like I'm not there, since I'm not, and see, do you need to make any revisions to that? Do you need to put in another sentence or specific wording that will help me understand it better? And then number 4, I find that when I started emailing and it became important in my everyday life, that I needed to figure out, how do I manage all of these emails? I would open up my email and I would see all of these emails sitting there. So my tip to you is, once you are done reading the email and you feel like, oh, I'm done with this, I don't need it anymore, I did that work, or I understood what she was talking about, go ahead and delete it. That way you won't get confused. I think that that would probably help you manage things. So I have an assignment for you. And the very first thing you're going to do today is you are going to write me an email. I have included the directions below, and you will go ahead and include the subject. You will include a salutation, just like it explained in video 1. You will ask me a question about today's lesson. And it can be a real question, because maybe you really do have a question, or it can be a made-up question too. Either one will be fine. And then you will need to sign off and include your name, and then go ahead and send it. That's what I'd like you to do for today, in addition to your spelling and your IDR. I hope you have a great day, and I look forward to getting all of your emails. See you later.